Hi, and welcome to another virtual class. We are going to continue on Gulliver's Travels, Part 2, which you can find on pages 92-93 in your book. So, take your books, and today at the lesson, we are going to check your knowledge of the words used in context to see travels. We're going to check your understanding. How well did you understand the text? And to practice asking special questions based on a given answer in past simple. Sounds like a plan? Let's go! Challenge time! Have you got a good memory? I have learned that you have. So let's check. This time, take a pen and mark the correct answers. Let's see how many can you get. Right? Ready? Let's go. What's this? What was the word? Remember? Navigation. That's right, navigation. What's that? Oh, Lilliput. Yes, the country of Lilliput and Lilliputians. Yes. And remember? They were only 6 inches. 6 inches tall. What's that? Some parts? Piece. What is that? The parts of the ship were brought to the shore. You're right. Okay. Next one. Don't forget to tick, tick, tick. And you'll tell me what was the score. Is that a companion? You are right. It is a companion. This one. The person who works at sea on a ship. It's a sailor. Right you are. And the boat that is upside down is turned over. Turned over. Turn over. What is that? What is the person doing? He's drowning. Drown. And there is how much food in the fridge? Enough. Just as much as we need. Now, we are going to read the text. You are going to read the text. We have read the text before, so I will not read it again, but I want you to pause and take your book and read the text again. And while you're reading, I want you to think. So, start the brains. Ready? I want you to think why Gulliver survived his travels. You ready? Pause. You're back, which means you're done with your job. Now, let's see what answers did I identify. The first one, I think, use I think, don't forget, you express an opinion. I think he could swim very well, that's why he survived. Others couldn't swim and they drowned. He could swim very well, that's why he got to the shore. Next one, he was kind. I think he survived because he was kind. And the giants and the Lilliputians actually understood that he wanted to help and he was a kind man, a gentleman, and that's why they liked him. And now, if you identify those thoughts, then you are absolutely fantastic. It wasn't that easy of a task. But next task should be easier. I want you to look at the questions and find their answers in the text. You ready? Pause. So, you're back. Let's check together. we have, why did Gulliver study navigation? The answer comes right in the first sentence. Gulliver always wanted to travel. That's why he studied navigation. Why did their boat turn over? Why did it turn over? Oh, and the answer's right here. The boat was small. There were too many people in it. That's why it turned over. Why were the Lilliputians, the Lilliputs, afraid of Gulliver? That is simple. He was huge. He was big. He was a giant. That's why they called him Man Mountain. So we have in the text the hint that tells us that he was big, enormous, giant, Man Mountain. That's why they were afraid. He was too big for them. Why didn't the sailors wait for Gulliver? Well, that cannot be found in the text. So I will just express my opinion here, and I hope you do too. I think they didn't like him. That's why they left him on that island. Or maybe they did not know where he was because it says in the text that he did not go with the sailors. Maybe they thought he was lost and they just left. Who knows? You need to read the book, and I'm not going to give you the answer because I want you to read some of the book. Now, we've had lots of fun reading, but now together with you, we'll go through some grammar. We'll revise actually, we have learned this before. There are some answers that are given that we need to find the questions for. Asking and answering shouldn't be too difficult. But sometimes students make mistakes. Let's see how do we make questions. So we have an example of a question. Gulliver swam very well. And then we have a simple question that we answer yes or no to. And that is, did Gulliver swim very well? What do you see? You see did and you see swim. So it was swam. Gulliver swam very well. Now it's swim. And then we have did. Well, did helps us, we know that, helps us to make the questions. And he also takes the function of the tense, which means he takes the past simple upon himself. So we have, did Gulliver swim very well? Swim didn't have to carry that load. Now, if we want to make a special question with when, where, why, how, then we do the same as we did before. Did Gulliver swim very well? We just add the question word. When did Gulliver swim? How did Gulliver swim? And then we take out the answer if it's in the question, if it's in the answer, of course. We have Gulliver swam very well. We can't say, how did Gulliver swim very well? Because that nonsense we don't even need to ask if we know the answer. So, let's examine another example. We have, they called him Man Mountain. Did they call him Man Mountain? You see call, right? So did took the past. How did they call him? We took Man Mountain out. Man Mountain out. All right, now it's your time to practice, and I want you to pause. Welcome back. Did you practice? Was it difficult? No way! Couldn't have been that difficult. Let's check together. So, we have the questions, the answers. We had the answers. Gulliver wanted to study navigation. And the question to that is, did Gulliver want to study? I want the drums. What did Gulliver want to study? Next one, the ship broke to pieces during a storm. The question is when. When did the ship break? Storm is out. Did and break as in its initial form. 6 people got in a boat. We have the question, how many? How many people got into a boat?